Welcome to CornyKeg.com. Today we're going to talk about the differences between the ball lock keg and the pin lock keg. We get a lot of questions, calls, emails asking the difference. Is one better than the other? Which one should I go with? So we're going to cover that today. There are basically two styles of kegs that are out on the market today. The Pepsi style, which is this one, and the Coca-Cola style, which is this one. There are basically four differences between the two of them. But before we get into that, the functionality of the kegs is exactly the same. Both of them are stainless steel. Both of them hold 5 gallons. You can do whatever you want to do with your home brew with either one of them. So that's not a consideration. As you can see, the Pepsi style is taller than the Coke. The Pepsi style keg is 25 inches tall. The Coke style keg is 22 inches tall. The Pepsi keg is 8 inches in diameter, and the Coke keg is 9 inches in diameter. So as you can see, the Coke style is a little bit shorter, a little bit fatter. Maybe a consideration if you've got some height issues in a kegerator or something like that. Other than the physical differences, though, the other two main differences are on the Pepsi style. You have a ball lock connection on the fittings, and that's just referring to how you connect the keg. The different hardware you use to connect to the keg. And then the other major difference is on most Pepsi style kegs you have a manual relief valve, and what this allows you to do is by pulling up on this ring you can relieve the pressure that's in the keg without messing with your connections. The Coke style, the difference there is you've got the connections are what is referred to as a pin lock. So on the again, the hardware is going to be different. You're going to have the proper hardware to connect. And then most Coke style kegs come with what we call a static relief valve and on the lid. And the static relief valve, you cannot manually relieve pressure. It is there. It will relieve pressure if your keg is overpressurized, but you can't manually do that. If you do need to relieve pressure, the way you would do that on the Coke style is just to take a screwdriver, knife, whatever, just a small tool, and depress the gas side fitting to relieve the pressure that way. That is what we do on all the kegs that we get in from Coke. That's how we relieve the pressure. It's not that big of a deal. So those are the major differences. The biggest consideration, I think, is whichever one you go with. If just keep in mind you're going to want to stick with that because your connections are different. There's a pin. That's the pin lock connection that would go with the Coke style keg. Ball lock connection for the Pepsi style keg. So your hardware is going to be different. So if you go with ball lock, you want to stick with ball lock, pin lock with pin lock. Other than that, though, they all hold 5 gallons and can do whatever you want with your home brew. So go to CornyKeg.com. We sell both of them. So go to CornyKeg.com and place an order.